You've passed your driving test, but honestly, that's just the starting line. What they teach in driving school only gets you through the exam. What actually keeps you safe on the road are the tips nobody ever mentions. From adjusting your mirrors, to eliminate blind spots, to how to play music without losing focus, all the way to small habits that make your transmission last longer and save you thousands in repair bills. Here are the 8 most practical real-world driving tips that even people retaking their license test rarely know. If you thought you were already a solid driver, this video might completely change the way you hold the steering wheel. Subscribe for more great tips every week. Learn the language of the horn. The horn isn't just a little button on the steering wheel. It's like a communication language between drivers on the road. The problem is, most people use the wrong tone. Some honk for 10 seconds straight just because the car ahead starts half a second late, while others stay silent in truly dangerous situations. The result? The street turns into a place where everyone is yelling with sound instead of communicating smartly. Understanding the language of the horn doesn't just help you avoid conflict. It can even save lives in a few emergency situations. A short, light beep, like gently tapping someone on the shoulder, is the way to say, "I'm here, be careful." Use it when the car next to you is about to drift into your lane without checking their mirror, or when a pedestrian is looking down at their phone while crossing the street. A long, firm honk. That's a real warning. Use it when someone suddenly pulls out into an intersection or when the truck ahead is turning without seeing you. The thing is, most drivers can't control their emotions when they honk. A little frustration, one long press, and you've just sent the wrong message. In heavy traffic, a prolonged honk doesn't make anyone go faster. It just stresses everyone out and triggers negative reactions. In fact, in some U.S. states, aggressive honking can even get you fined for disturbing traffic order. Learning to talk with the horn means learning to drive responsibly. You're not just controlling your car, you're helping keep the whole stretch of road calm. The horn isn't for venting anger, it's a communication tool. Use it at the right time, in the right way, and others will see you're a thoughtful driver, not someone who just makes noise. 2. Control your blind spots. Blind spots are like dark zones around your car, places you think you can see, but you actually can't. They cause thousands of crashes every year. The scary part? Even careful drivers fall for this. You might check your mirrors fully and signal on time, but if a vehicle is tucked right in that hidden corner, a simple lane change can turn into a collision costing thousands of dollars. Blind spots usually sit on both rear sides of the car, just outside what the side mirrors cover. On SUVs, pickups, or cars with thick A-pillars, that hidden area is even bigger. So the first step to cutting the risk is adjusting your mirrors the right way. A lot of people set their side mirrors to see their own car, thinking it helps keep track of the lane. But in reality, you're shrinking your view and widening the blind spot. Angle the mirrors outward until you can no longer see the side of your vehicle in them. As another car fades from the center rearview mirror, it should appear in the side mirror. And the moment it disappears from the side mirror, you should see it with your own eyes. The second habit you need to build is the shoulder check before changing lanes. It sounds old school, but this is the life-saving move no warning system can replace. Even if your car has blind spot sensors or a 360-degree camera, never fully rely on those blinking lights. A quick glance over your shoulder takes less than a second, but it's enough to confirm no one's sitting in the spot you're about to move into. Also, don't linger in someone else's blind spot. If you're riding alongside a truck, bus, or tall SUV, keep this in mind. If you can't see the driver's face in their mirror, they can't see you either. The smartest play is to pass cleanly or drop back a bit to get out of that danger zone. Controlling blind spots isn't just technique. It's a habit of staying aware and respecting the space your mirrors can't show. Stay sharp, never rush, And never assume an empty spot is truly empty. One quick glance over the shoulder, one perfectly angled mirror. Sometimes that's all it takes to keep everyone safe on the road. 3. Turn down the techno, turn up the focus. Everyone loves listening to music while driving. It makes the trip less boring, especially on those endless stretches. But not every genre is driver-friendly. And when it comes to things that can make you drive carelessly without even realizing it, techno, EDM, or any track with an overly fast beat tops the list of culprits. Think back to the last time you cranked up some high-energy music. Your heart raced with the rhythm, your hands gripped the wheel tighter without thinking, and your foot pressed the gas a little harder than usual. That's not random. Fast tempos and pounding bass stimulate your nervous system, making you react hastily, misjudge speed, and make uncontrolled decisions. A study by Professor Warren Brodsky proved it. People listening to music over 120 beats per minute react more impulsively, run red lights more often, drift into lanes, and get into accidents more easily. In real life, this happens way more than you'd think. Countless minor crashes start simply because a driver got lost in the beat. One intense bass drop, one rushed lane change, and boom, you sideswipe the car next to you. A small mistake, but it costs hundreds of dollars and hours dealing with insurance. The scary part isn't the music itself, it's how we lose awareness when we let it take over our mindset on the road. If you really want to stay focused, try songs with a moderate tempo, or switch to podcasts or audiobooks, things that keep your mind alert without demanding full attention. And if you're driving in the city, it's best to keep the volume low enough that you can still hear outside sounds clearly. Engine noise, horns, even the screech of someone else's brakes. These are all part of the language of traffic that helps you react early. When music drowns everything out, you're basically driving in your own world, while the real road keeps changing every second. The cool thing is, you don't have to ditch music completely. You just need to pick the right time and the right tracks. Empty highway, relaxed mood, fire up your favorite playlist. But when you're in residential areas, it's raining, or you're tired, it's best to keep the car quiet. That silence helps you feel speed, distance, and situations much more clearly. 4. Don't keep your hand on the gear shift. Almost every new driver has this seemingly harmless habit, resting their hand on the gear shift the whole time. It feels natural, even kind of cool. But in reality, it's one of the top reasons transmissions fail early, and hardly anyone notices. Picture the transmission as the mechanical heart of your car. Inside are dozens of gears, shafts, and bearings spinning constantly. When you rest your hand on the shifter, even with light pressure, that force transfers straight to the synchronizer, the part that helps gears mesh smoothly when you shift. The problem? Synchronizers are designed to handle stress only when you're actually changing gears. When you lean on the shifter during normal driving, it has to bear unnecessary load. Over time, this causes wear and misalignment and can even damage internal shafts. With manual transmissions, the consequences are even worse. Mechanics often see uneven gear wear and prematurely failed synchronizers just because drivers unintentionally kept their hand on the shifter while cruising. A damaged transmission doesn't just cost a few $100. It can run the $1,500 to $3,000 or more to disassemble, replace parts, or swap the whole unit. Not to mention the risk of hard shifting, grinding noises, or getting stuck in gear right in the middle of the road. Even with automatics, the habit still causes harm. Resting your hand can wear down the shift linkage or electronic buttons, especially in cars with sensitive sensors. Plus, driving one-handed for long periods significantly reduces steering control. If you need to react fast, say, to swerve around an obstacle or handle a sudden collision, having only one hand on the wheel can cost you half a second. And that half second can be the difference between safe and sorry. Instead of resting on the shifter, keep both hands at the 9 and 3 o'clock positions on the wheel. It's balanced, responsive, and gives you maximum control. When the car is cruising steadily, let your hands rest on your lap or the center armrest. Avoid touching the shifter out of habit. If this has been your go-to move, try braking it. After just a few days, you'll drive more naturally, with less arm tension, and your car will run smoother too. Pause for 3 seconds and hit that subscribe button to support us. 5. Stretch your miles when you're running on empty. The low fuel warning light doesn't always mean disaster, but for a lot of people, it feels like their heart is about to drop. Everyone's been there. Gas needle hovering near E, and the nearest station is miles away. Every ping from the dashboard feels like a countdown to doom. But if you know how to squeeze every last drop, you can still stretch the distance enough to make it. First thing to remember, don't panic and don't speed up. Flooring it to get to the gas station faster burns fuel twice as fast. The safe move is to keep a steady speed, around 35 to 45 mph. That's the most fuel-efficient range. Drive gently, avoid hard braking or sudden acceleration. Every jerk makes the needle drop faster than you think. Next, close all windows and turn off the AC. At higher speeds, open windows create drag that forces the engine to burn extra gas to maintain speed. Air conditioning works the same way. It puts more load on the engine and spikes fuel use. If the weather allows, shut off AC and use the vents to ease the strain. You'll be amazed how it adds a few precious miles. Another tip, cut every electrical load in the car. Lower the radio volume, unplug your phone charger, and turn off the rear defroster or heated seats if they're on. It sounds minor, but every watt saved lightens the alternator's workload, and that buys you extra seconds and extra feet to survive. When the car starts feeling weak, look for a safe exit. Don't push to the next station if you're not sure you'll make it. A car that stalls on the highway isn't just dangerous. It can also suck up sludge from the bottom of the tank, clogging the fuel pump. That's a repair bill in the hundreds. 6. Use the rearview mirror's night mode. Driving at night is stressful enough, but what scares most people isn't the dark. It's the blinding headlights from behind. You've probably been there, cruising along fine, then high beams blast straight into your rearview mirror, stinging your eyes, forcing you to squint or tilt your head. And it goes on for miles. Uncomfortable, distracting, and even dangerous if you can't see the road ahead clearly. What do most people not know? Nearly every car has a built-in night mode for the rearview mirror, and hardly anyone uses it. Right under the mirror, there's a tiny tab that looks like nothing special, but that's your lifesaver in these situations. Flip it to night mode, and the mirror tilts slightly to redirect light away, cutting glare while still letting you see behind you. Simply put, it doesn't block the light. It bends it so headlights no longer shine directly into your eyes. It seems simple, but the effect is huge. Constant bright headlights can constrict your pupils, slashing your vision by over 50% for several seconds. That's why so many people experience temporary blindness at night, especially on highways or narrow roads with no streetlights. With night mode on, your eyes get a break and adjust faster to the dark, letting you react more accurately. The sad part? Very few drivers know about this feature, especially new ones, partly because driving schools don't emphasize it, and partly because people assume only luxury cars have it. In reality, almost every car, from economy to premium, comes with it standard. On newer models, you might not even need the tab. The mirror auto-dims when sensors detect strong light from behind. This small habit makes night drives way easier and safer. Before pulling out of the garage, just glance at the mirror, flip the tab, and you'll feel the difference instantly. Clearer view, relaxed eyes, and most importantly, focus unbroken by someone else's careless brights. 7. Handle loss of control. Nobody wants to feel the car skid, lose traction, or spin sideways in the middle of the road. But if you drive long enough, it'll happen at least once. Rain, slick pavement, or a quick steering yank that breaks the tires loose. The problem? Most people panic and react wrong. turning a recoverable moment into a full-blown crash. First rule, don't slam the brakes. When tires are sliding, stomping the pedal locks them up. The car keeps sliding, and you lose all steering. Think of it like slipping on ice. The harder you fight, the worse you fall. Instead, ease off the gas gently, stay calm, and focus on where the car is heading. If you're in an automatic, steer into the skid. Tail swinging right, turn the wheel right. It feels backward, but it realigns the tires with the direction of travel so they can bite again. Once the car starts straightening, ease the wheel back smoothly. Don't overcorrect, or you'll spin the other way. For manuals, same idea. Don't clutch in, don't brake. Just lift off the gas and steer smoothly. Rear-wheel drive, RWD, lifting the throttle helps the rear tires regain grip. Front-wheel drive, FWD, a light touch of gas can pull the nose back in line. One of the biggest mistakes, jerking the wheel the opposite way the second the car feels stable. That whips the tail around again, sometimes into a full spin. Let the car settle while you make small, smooth corrections. 8. Check tire pressure when it gets cold. The moment the temperature drops, your fingers go numb, and the same thing happens to your tires. Plenty of drivers wake up to a glowing tire pressure warning light, even though the car was fine yesterday. That's not a glitch. It's physics. For every 10-degree Fahrenheit drop, tire pressure falls about 1 psi. One cold night, and your tires are already sagging more than you realize. Underinflated tires don't just make the car feel sluggish, they hurt grip, braking, and fuel economy. Low pressure flattens the sidewall, increasing road contact and drag. Result: worse gas mileage, slower steering response, and a way higher skid risk on cold or wet pavement. The fix is simple. Check pressure regularly, especially in cold weather. Do it first thing in the morning when tires are cold for the most accurate reading. Look up the recommended PSI on the driver's door, jam sticker, or in the owner's manual. Don't trust your eyes. A tire can look fine and still be down 4 to 5 PSI. If your car has TPMS, don't ignore that little yellow light. It's not just decoration. It means a tire needs attention. But TPMS only triggers at about 25% below spec, so don't rely on it alone. Stay proactive to catch uneven wear or sidewall bulges early. Pro tip: in winter, inflate 2 to 3 psi above normal. Safe driving isn't just about quick hands or reflexes, it's built on small, smart habits. Every shoulder check, tire inspection, or mirror tweak can stop a crash before it starts. Your car lasts longer and rides smoother, and you roll out with real confidence. Remember, safety doesn't come from luck. It comes from preparing for the stuff most people ignore. Want more practical driving tips like this? Leave a 9 in the comments.